Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
For sure.
The final episode. Where is that wound? How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Goto of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence?
It's presented quite a few, but I guess, probably. The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. A cool rule, but I'm not allowed to use that term, because I guess it's copyrighted or something. Okay, I guess that... I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it.
Ha! That's good. A fighter till the bitter end, Trite.
A traitor, you might say.
No.
Okay.
Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty and
I don't even have health anyway.
Just in, you know what?
It doesn't matter.
Fuck you.
Charge all you want, Mr. Godot.
It doesn't even matter.
I'm gonna save scum out of this situation anyway. Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Goto? Because it doesn't matter to me. I have no health to begin with. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Bring me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Get that ad revenue.
I could get some. You've got nothing, Trite. This is pretty good.
Is this really the time to call for a Kit Kat bar?
It is always time.
Does that work if I do it? Like, do I get a Kit Kat bar if I sing the thing?
No.
Okay. So, what do I do at a time like this? Give me a break. It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
All right then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
There is one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger.
But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a blood stain on his clothing.
There's one place. One place the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you say?
One place the killer could have hidden his wound. Hidden? This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. Let me try obtuse, or I don't know, scaling. I don't need to think about why there were no blood stains on his clothing. Those are triangles, actually. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite.
Final stop.
Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound?
Well, if you look, there's parts of his face that are obscured by this big metal...
Shrouded in mystery and metal. Ha! I don't know what you're talking about. Now, this is infamous because...
It sounds like it's a wrong thing.
I think every answer you give
it's
starts
the same
with this.
Exact one.
Because I remember, I think, Safe's coming to this and having a hard time when I was a kid. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? What was that just now? Mia? It can't be. You are living on. Through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right. Your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Goto, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved.
Ah! Just now, I saw her spirit in you.
Huh?
I never liked you.
Thanks.
6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then... God, you were a pea-boy. While I was sleeping, you let Mia die.
But I was a sweet little pea-boy.
But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Goto.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me.
You yourself?
I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head-on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
No. Why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Goto.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Thanks.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Ha! Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist.
Huh.
These must be my tears.
Tears?
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
You'd do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
This time, it really is all over, isn't it?
Well, we've had like 4 episodes trying to get there, but...
Defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. Huh. I want to apologize to you. Apologize? To me? For what? For the case 5 years ago. Of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister, you only met twice. Huh? We only met twice? The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way! It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia. I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny. You mean... That's right. I lied to you. For 8 months.
This is very cute, actually. Yeah, this is very sweet.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely. So that's why you... My sister... From the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place? But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Huh? Noticed what? My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her.
Oh.
Even if it meant her life. Or mine. Iris. After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings toward you, they changed. I have something to say to you too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you.
How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so? Phoenix Wright? Oh!
Finally got my own cup, jeez. Yeah, I think you're right.
Why don't I get a mug? The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Donim.
We only had 2 cups in the pantry, so...
At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant
Not guilty.
Where's
Court
the
is now
confetti?
adjourned.
Where's the confetti?
See you in the next one, I guess.
Where's the
No confetti.
Apparently not. Why'd I even come today?
That's why you come?
Yeah.
So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course justice was served.
Mia.
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense lawyer could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Mia.
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Mia.
I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, Phoenix. In hell.
Nah, just kidding.
Nah, I'm in heaven.
I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick,
Maya.
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Your sister? Mia? No, my other sister, dummy.
Yeah, what the fuck, you know my family situation. That night when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do. This is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But...
Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything that you have done for us, Nick.
Maya. How? How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened?
Just my disposition.
You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Youch! Francisca!
Still as softy as always, Phoenix Wright.
Excellent work, Wright.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? When did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you? But they're the bad guys.
If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial,
Shota, yeah. Cool.
the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day like a little sleepy baby. Oh no, I fell off a river. I can't even walk across a bridge ride because I'm such a fucking idiot. Oh.
Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head like a big baby.
Like a big baby.
Like a big baby.
Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm a big
gaga.
baby. I can't stand on bridges. Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training.
That bridge was on fire.
Yeah, but it still could've not fallen off of it. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Francisca.
I don't suppose.
Oh no! Why?
There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
No, there is not. Go
Oh,
away.
Larry, no, there is not.
What's with the, longer than usual face?
I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of use to anyone. Not even once.
I'm glad you realized that.
That's quite true, actually, right, Nick?
Yep. What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good.
No. Oh yeah, those portraits you painted. They were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
What? Me?
Why are you making that face? Huh, Edgy?
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that it's lacking resemblance.
Do you really mean it? What about you, Franzi? Did I draw you well too? Ah! My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's what maybe like a D-. I don't know. So then you'll do it? Like you promised?
God, I want like a slice of life case where it's just Edgeworth,
There's
Francisca.
no mystery.
Well,
I
hold
miss,
on,
like,
there's dialogue. Okay.
2 lines, it's just
Can't talk about anything.
Don't get carried away with your banter, SungWon.
Anyway, I would love just like hanging out with all the friends.
Buddy episode. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh?
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya. Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. BRB. AFK. Hey, Pearly! I like the things you do.
Hey, Pearly. Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful, despite all that has happened.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Being cheerful sucks.
I've never been happy.
Francisca. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
Actually, that's not true. I'm always happy.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time where she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time? I am Miles Edgeworth.
I am indeed Miles Edgeworth. Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Edgeworth. I think I'm starting to understand too. Ow! Stop doing that! Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Fey being strong
poor
for?
Pearl.
For poor little sad Pearly who's had a rough go of it. Pearl Fey. Oh, she's so cute. She's like a little... Aw.
Poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan.
She's so powerful too, I love her.
It's for the good of the Fae clan.
I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. This is very sad.
Yeah.
It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya's putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearls' sake. Until she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey, so this is where you all were. Talking about anything, like, serious or sad? Well, looks like you're quite the bunch. What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy. My Vip just seems to have a mind of its own. By the way, everyone, Vippy recently evolved into a Vippietta, so...
Oh yeah, you finally used the whipstone on it?
Yeah, I was debating over it for a long time, but it seemed like the right time. It was too much potential. What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sorta kinda gone down by a teeny-weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. Ah!
Pretty good work, Scruffy. That Vip was your reward.
That felt pretty good.
Okay. That's a good way to turn it around if you want me to stop. Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Très bien! Where else?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal.
We don't have to go there.
Hey, you, crybaby. You're invited too, I guess.
Oh, forget about me.
Okay.
No, you're supposed to... Shit. Pearl and I will be at the loser shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya has taken an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearlie, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
I'll bet she just went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has... Whoa, did you read my mind?
I thought...
She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
The attention was on me, so I felt like I was supposed to speak, but none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I we'll join you guys once we find pearls. Nick, don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe.
I'm breathing very heavily right now.
Yeah, you're really excited about this bad food, huh?
Oh man, it's gonna be so good.
It's not. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh yeah? Yeah, but you're the... Ah!
I just love vipping you. You just scream so loud.
I love it too.
Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, Wright.
We won't. But where should we look? Where could Pearlie have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to.
Maybe like Disneyland, or... I hope you're right, Nick.
If not, what a waste of time, Nick.
A 5-hour drive. Hazakura Temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon?
Sister Bikini?
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
So she's here? Pearlie is here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay. How did she get all the way out here by herself?
God, she's resilient.
Wow. Pearlie's not here. That was a 40-minute trek.
Maya, the hanging scroll.
Ah! Someone cleaned it off.
It's gotta be pearls. Ah! Mystic Maya!
Pearlie, why did you just leave like that?
Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya! I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother.
That's why you came here?
It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness.
You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy.
You don't have to lie just to make me feel better.
No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do.
Mystic Maya.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
we're kind of having a moment there.
Hi.
I don't know why you were just there. Sister Bikini.
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After this song.
This is not the time for
Oh,
that.
come on.
Strongman, get out of here!
But I just want to do it one more time. It could be my last chance.
After dishonoring the good name of Kurine, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya's always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me until the day I die. Which, you never know, could be very shortly.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh?
Huh?
There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the Master's talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was so important. Rather, it was the contents.
That's...
A photo?
Ah! Mother!
It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. What makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? And that's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
Oh! Little babies.
Oh, it's so cute! Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando,
Kermit the Frog.
and Maya's
Shaggy.
mother too,
Scooby.
Optimus Prime. I learned that from all of them.
I believe in you too, Nick.
Shut up, Kermit.
What? What the fuck?
This
I
is
thought
not the
you
time.
named me in your list of...
Get out of here, Kermit. Strong man.
How about me, Optimus Prime?
Get out of here. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting.
all of our friends.
Really, Kermit the Frog?
Well, not anymore. I think I just burned that bridge. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should... And you're gonna meet all your favorite cartoon characters. I think that, like, in Tribulations, it's just like every character from that show.
It's like fucking, what the fuck's that drug special?
The Saturday morning, or no,
The Saturday morning drug.
yeah, where they
what
teach
the
them
fuck
about
is it called?
cigarettes and it's the big
Yeah.
crossover. Yeah. Like all
Alvin and
them.
the Chipmunks? Alf?
Michelangelo,
Yeah.
not the others. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training. I promise. Hope nobody gets murdered the next time I try to do something.
I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back.
All right. We're going to have a great feast today, Pearly.
Gravy.
You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance.
Of how much gravy you can drink.
Okay, Mr. Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of gravy tonight.
There's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but...
What is it, Nick?
So, Edgeworth and Gumshoe and them are just waiting at Tribune for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
When the hell is he coming?
Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Huh? Huh? Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course, naturally.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right?
We'll have a nice big meal right before we come next time. Right, Nick?
I was wondering if I can say just one little thing.
Art is gonna say the thing.
Sure, of course you can.
Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Bikini being here is really
It's really kind of
really
weird.
awkward.
Well then, here goes nothing.
Objection! That's the end of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and
Thank you, Shu.
Tribulations. Thanks, Shu. Good games. Good franchise.
Oh, good games, Shu.
We finally knocked out the trilogy.
Damn. It's,
I really have to work extra hard now. Master of Kurine and the office manager of Wright & Co. law offices, and I have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick too? Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that.
Accused of murder for the 5th time?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, third game is... Well, actually, there's gonna be a lot of voices and shit. Hold on.
There's
So
a lot of
it's true.
discussion time.
Mr. Nick really is Mystic Maya's knight in shining armor. He went through with a special course all the way to the end. Actually, I hear there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the 2 of them by making them a secret reservation.
Dang.
For kissing.
If Nick doesn't have any spiritual powers, there is no...
There's no
reason for him
benefit.
to- yeah, it doesn't...
It's just
literally nothing.
hypothermia.
Yeah, he's just probably gonna get sick.
Hey,
Tan.
Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger.
Okay.
I'll never take it off, because I only got one coat.
Yes, but I forgot her voice again. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is just moral detective like, sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself
I
silly.
always forget her voice when it's thrust upon me, and I have to remember it.
That's why you
immediately.
always think it's Bullwinkle, and it's like...
I don't know, like, that's usually where I go. Mr. Wright, I am once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Kurine exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Ms. Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year.
Kind of avoiding her.
It was kind of awkward. She taught me how to use a whip and said I must show you what I've learned.
Whoa, what's going on now? It's getting a little
That's
spicy between Francisca
I know what the issue was. Like, she's kind of all about the whip, and
But now I'm kind of into it.
I'm opening up to it.
Oh, God.
Desi and I started a company called Mask to Mask Consulting.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city.
Our motto is, cut it out, please.
Please, pretty cute, huh?
Well, we also sell plans to the criminals as a kind of side business. Wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals that ever existed. Maybe my hair actually tastes like cinnamon if I could just reach it with my tongue.
I'm glad we never
One
see him
little
ever
lick.
again.
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre, so I lent him $500,000 in a tea set, a special thick tea, one I mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it right now. My hands were in that win through compromise. My fingers all up in the tea, mixed it around.
It's all dirty.
Didn't wash them.
Didn't wash them.
That's really gross, actually. Oh boy.
I'm just toiling it away, a wrinkly, grumpy, cloud-nosed waste of flesh.
At least that's what I thought.
I wish that was the one
My
line.
grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper. Maybe because I had a dirty diaper that day.
Oh, God. Actually, as a matter of fact, I did poo in my pants.
Oh, God.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elg. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is Adam Mata.
Hey, it's me, Charlie Brown Adult.
As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly. Charlie Brown adults, it turns out, are very great for this business. I'm sure we'll be reaching out to all of them.
We'll be hiring all of them shortly.
Great, we got jobs!
My, more reporters? Since the murder, we've made so much money I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in spring. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back.
Everyone just slowly files. Everyone leaves. Oh, okay, never mind. Thanks Masahiro Okamada and Katsumi
Special thanks,
Marugano.
actually.
And Kumiko Suekane.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, you did the best
Very
work.
special thanks very much.
You've turned into such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you on the nose so hard you got a nosebleed and your nose popped right off.
It did pop right off. Voice.
Okay. Who did the voice?
Oh, they actually have credits
Yeah,
for
it's
these.
P-Dubs.
Thank you, Ben Judd.
Thank you, Ben Judd, for being the original
Thanks,
and
Gromit.
the best. And there's Mills Edgeworth.
I always really liked his objection in these.
Yeah.
Game.
Good job,
It was-
Sean King.
Good job, Sean King. It was very cool and
Thank you, Mia.
Thanks, Christina Catano. I actually didn't know who did these clips, so it's cool seeing names, seeing those credits, seeing that cool hair.
I know that a bunch of them are just Capcom localization employees and
Right.
stuff. Thank you, James.
It's not like a full voice acting thing. I think.
Right,
They do them well.
Yeah, they did a good job. I know that she's actually one of the heads of the localization team.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I guess if you just need a little clip like that, it's just
Yeah, or it's just kind
whoever
of cool.
feels like.
Thank you, David
Winston
Chrysler, for that
Payne.
incredible.
That is actually an amazing clip.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting a compliment. Sheesh. And of course.
What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one's here to greet me. I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? Why, with all the flashing lights and switches, I feel like some sort of space alien. And now what am I going to do with all these macadamia nuts I brought back for everyone?
I want some
Do I bring them
macadamia nuts.
I'm afraid or something that's afraid with a fragile heart. Oh, when will I ever find a gentleman who will treat me like a fine lady?
I don't even know who she's firing at. I guess it's us, the players.
Yep.
The Let's Players and our viewing audience. Don't fire at our subscribers, old bag.
Ugh.
I finally found something I love to do. Jack off. Franzie's whiplash splash is gonna turn I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist. A really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all. I found closure, it turns out, and everyone likes me.
That's great.
And I'm gonna show up in more games, so.
He will,
Yeah, I certainly will. Oh, the family.
Look at the family.
Look at how close Phoenix and Edgeworth are standing to each other.
A family can be 3 dads and 2 moms
Yeah.
and a daughter.
In this case.
And
And the
grandpa
other
and
family.
grandmas.
Yeah. Well, that's awfully cute. Are those Larry's?
What?
These pictures?
Oh, I guess they are.
Or are they?
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be
then
what they're
Larry's
implying.
actually.
He's actually quite a good artist.
It's all over.
Thanks, Capcom.
Thanks, Capcom. Thanks, Jeremiah Capcom, inventor of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Charleston Capcom.
Alright.
Wow. Well, that's the end of the trilogy. Shit.
Yep, that's all of them.
I don't think they made any more after
three.
this, so thank you for watching.
That's all the Ace Attorney will ever have on this channel. Actually, no, there's everything else is on the DS coming up next, but I'm sure
We'll figure something
we'll
out
figure
about
out our way
that.
to do it,
I mean,
there's no way we won't do at least like Apollo
for
Justice,
now,
right?
it'll
Not
be-
anytime soon.
it'll be nice to take.
It's gonna be a
break.
hot second back to the old routine. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean these characters, we developed have gone through a lot, and
Yeah.
Some of them, unfortunately, I don't think we'll see back.
Yeah, a lot of these original trilogy folks.
For the current canon. There will be some that come back, but obviously not all of them.
Yeah, the series started out as just a weird experiment. It turned out to be a really stellar thing.
Yeah.
I think. So thanks for joining us. If you've watched all 3 of them, thanks for being so supportive and so such big fans of it, and just you've all been like super enthusiastic about this, always talking about Ace Attorney, and it warms my heart that everybody likes it so much.
Like these cups of coffee floating by on the screen.
Yeah, nothing really brings us home like cups of coffee. Just floating on by.
All right. But until the next trial.
Yep, we'll
see you later.
Back to normal mode.